Today on In the Woodyard, we're going to talk about the 5 kinds of people that want to start firewood businesses. Here we go. So you are one of these 5. You probably just don't know which one you are. We're going to talk about the 5 types there are. And this is true whether you do firewood or if you sell bagels or if you sell hot dogs. Doesn't matter what you sell. You're one of these kind of people. There's about 5 kinds of people in general that I have found. And this is not just me talking, this is other people that are in business, other people that have gone through the different stages of what kind of people they are as far as development in their career, as far as sales or businesses. These are kinds of people, and some of them are entrepreneurs and some of them aren't. We're gonna find out where you are right now. We're starting with number 5. These are the people I call the watchers. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a watcher. A lot of you are watchers, and that is great. It's good for me. People that probably are interested in some way in what someone else does, and they want to learn about it. They want to be entertained. They want to see how people do things that are different than what they do. They might be a person that works in an office. They might be a person that has never done anything manual before, and they want to see how someone physically does a thing, whatever it is. Or they want to see how something is done so they can decide if they want to do it or if they want to hire someone to do it. These are watchers. These are people that they want to just kind of observe. These are people that will probably never do, but they like to be entertained. These are people that like to see action happen. I refer to these as the sports ball watchers. People that maybe never did sports, maybe never really active, never did anything physical, but they're immensely intrigued by watching other people perform at a very high level. Nothing wrong with these people. They're the audience. They're the people that go to movies. They're the people that watch, like I say, sports ball. These are the people that were like, oh, I can't even imagine what that would be like. It's so intriguing to watch. It's so interesting. What they go through and the trials and the tribulations and the challenges and the accomplishments and the tragedies and everything they go through, they're just amazed by it. And that's great because it's good entertainment. So these are the people a lot of times that say to themselves, I can't even imagine what that would be like. Exactly. Because on the other end of the spectrum, we're going to get to that one, these are the people that can't imagine. The 4th one, the talkers. These are the people that want more information. They're trying to learn a little bit, but they're afraid maybe to take action. They want to have the knowledge because they might in their mind think, well, someday I might need to know this. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I like that. They want to gain knowledge. They're interested in watching other people do things that maybe someday they would do. Or it's in a thing that they tried a little bit once, but they didn't succeed, and they want to watch a little bit more just to see if they should go further with it. And sometimes these talkers, they want to be perceived as doers. They want to be perceived as someone that actually has done it. So a lot of times they'll talk a good game. You know, they'll get involved in a conversation. They might ask some good questions. They might talk about watching someone else do a thing. They might talk about one time they tried the thing. They might talk about what they in their mind could conceive that they could do someday, or talk about their goals, which to me goals, it's a meaningless thing because nothing's happened yet. Yeah, it's nice to have goals. It's great. But again, action is everything. A lot of these people tend to be, and I'm not saying anything against these people. These are good. These are good people to have. A lot of times these people are teachers. They might not have actually done a thing, but they know a lot about it because they're good at watching and gathering some knowledge and then maybe redistributing it. They can be good teachers. And that's a good thing. We all need teachers. Nothing against teachers. I have a sister that's a teacher. She's a great teacher. So don't be writing in the comments that, oh, I'm hating on somebody. No. Number 3, these are the planners. These are the people that want all their ducks in a row before anything happens. They want a perfect plan. They want a beginning point, a middle point, an end point, a finishing point, a get out of the game point. They want to know what they have to have for materials, supplies, equipment, training, time aspects, how many people they're going to need at what level. They plan everything to the most smallest detail. And again, I'm not ripping on anybody, but these tend to be the accountant types, where everything has to be figured out exactly. And they're needed. They are needed. It's good to know, to have a plan and where you're going. There's nothing wrong with that. These are the people that are afraid to make bad moves, and they rarely make bad moves. You know why they very rarely make bad moves? Because they never start. because they plan and plan and plan because they want perfection. And perfection is the enemy of accomplishment. And again, some of these people can be teachers because they see the plan. They get all the information. They give it to someone else, but they're the ones that are afraid to pull the trigger. So like I said, a lot of times these can be the teachers too, and that's good because they can give the information to the people that will take action. These are the ones that will educate people. These are the ones that gather the knowledge. They write books. They do research. They find out from others what worked, what didn't work. They do all the case studies. They do all the things that it takes for people to succeed that actually take action. Number 2, these are the people that I call the triers. They try a little bit, but they're afraid to really jump all the way in. They kind of just experiment a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that because maybe they are at the point in either their career or their lives or their abilities that they like it, but they don't have the time, the physical capabilities, the finances, or the knowledge to do all the things that it takes to really go. So they try a little bit. And I'm not ripping on anybody. I'm just saying these might be the people that have a little bit of extra firewood that they cut on their property, more than they can burn themselves. I was at this point at one time. I was the guy that had extra wood and I thought, I should sell some of this. So I put an ad out, sold a bunch of it, and then it just kept growing and growing and growing. These might be the people that say, hey, I'm gonna put a roadside stand out. We live on a kind of a decent road here. People go by. I know people that burn wood in the area. They put out bundles. They do sections of wood that people can stop and buy with a pay box, but they don't want to deliver. They don't want people just, scheduling to come pick up bunches of wood. They want it small scale. They want to make enough money like one of my brothers does, my brother Eric. He sells wood. He's got a roadside stand in front of his house. He makes enough money selling the firewood every year to the campgrounds around the area, to people that do camping or the people that have fireplaces. He doesn't sell in bulk. It's all bundles or in sleeves. He does sections. He makes enough every year that he can go on a couple trips that he likes to do. So it gives him a couple weeks of vacation paid every year. And he enjoys doing it, something to do. He's retired now, so maybe he'll do a little bit more. And that's great. That's a lot of you. I know that. That's a lot of you. But they have no intention of ever making a living from it or, making a big business out of it where they're going to hire people. Their intention is to make a few bucks so that they can have a little comfort in their life, some fun money. And that is a good thing. They take small bites, they make small moves, they have small gains, no big chances, and they tend to be a little cheapish. Yes, and my brother is like that. He doesn't want to spend money on things. He's got an old splitter that barely runs. I keep telling him, either get a splitter or you can use one of mine. He just tries to get it to work, but he doesn't want to invest a lot into it because he knows he's never going to get really big. He doesn't want to, he doesn't need to. He did well in his job and his career. He's put enough money away. He doesn't need to work, but he likes to do something and he likes having some fun money. And that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But he's never going to invest a lot of money into it. And that's how a lot of people are. And this can work to grow a business, to start slow and grow that way and just gradually make your little improvements. But it will be slow. It will take a lot of time. You're not going to get rich overnight. And I think that's true what a lot of people do on YouTube also, is they think, well, I'll try it out a little bit. Well, anything you try out a little bit, you're never going to get anywhere. You're just trying it. You're sampling. You're testing. You're experimenting. Yes, once in a blue moon, whenever that is, somebody will do something that will just explode and be tremendous. It happens, but don't count on it. I wouldn't count on it at all. I am, and I think some of you are in the number one category. Now, I'm not saying number one as we're the best. It's just, it's the one thing that it takes. And number one are the doers. They look at it, they see what needs to be done, they get it done. And then they look at it and they say, what's next? What else can I do? What more can I do? What else is there that I can do to make this better? How can I make it bigger? What are other sources? What are other methods? What are other ways to make this faster, cheaper, better, bigger? They're constantly looking at it for growth. These are the people like myself. My wife tells me that I'm terrible this way. I tend to shoot and then I aim. And yes, I admit to that. And I'm okay with that. And you know why? Because I'm not afraid of pulling the trigger. And that is what most people have a fear of. These are the people that they'll just start shooting. They'll hit something eventually. And if they shoot and then aim, and this is like being a sniper, but yet a sniper wouldn't just shoot randomly and at something. But they do that. Sometimes they'll do a test shot to see where the bullet hits, and then they adjust. That's the way it works. And then they try again, and then they adjust. So they're compensating for their failures by getting knowledge and putting their skills and effort into it to make it better each time. That's what they're doing. So I'm always of the school, shoot first, and then aim, and then shoot again. And try to use a rifle shot, which is mean precise, pointed to the point. Not a shotgun approach is what they call it. Shotgun approach is you just kind of shoot in that direction hoping you're gonna hit something. I try to look at something and say, okay, that's kind of where I wanna go. I'll kind of point in that direction. And if I don't hit it, we'll adjust. But a lot of people are afraid to do this. They're afraid to pull the trigger. When the doers reach a hurdle that's in front of them, I'm just using the phrase hurdle because it's a good metaphor to use for this. When they reach a hurdle, they don't go, oh, what am I going to do now? There's something in front of me. Well, I don't know. Should we go back? Should we turn around? No, they don't do that. You know what they think? I'll get a running start. I can get over the top of this sucker. Or they think, I'll go around it. Let's just go around the hurdle. Let's just not even worry about it. Or they think, let's just climb it. Climb it. Or they might be standing thinking, I got shovels. Let's dig a hole. We'll go underneath it. They're always thinking, how do you get around the hurdle? And that's just a business metaphor. There's always going to be problems. And that is the number one killer, I think, of a lot of small businesses. They hit the first challenge and they give up. Or the second challenge, or the third challenge. And I think the people with the one mindset, the doers, they're just going to do. It's like, yeah, they get kicked in a place where it hurts, where it's a sensitive area of their body. And yeah, they take the hit and then, okay, let's go again. And they go again, and they go again. And like my good friend Rocky would say, you know, life is hard. It's going to come at you. It's going to hit you in the face. You're going to get knocked down. And it's not getting knocked down that's bad. It's deciding to get back up and then go again. That's what matters. Because life is tough. It's just tough. It is. And the sooner you realize that life is tough and it's just the way it is, the better your life's going to be. If you're a person that's going to be cowering and afraid and looking for help, looking for handouts from the government or relatives or family or from society, yeah, you're going to have a tough life because they're not going to just always be there for you. The only person that's ever going to be there for you is you. It's up to you, being number one. And many of these doers you never know about. I get guys once in a while that I will meet that I'm either at an event or someone that I'll meet out in public, and they'll say, hey, I watch your channel, like your stuff. I always wanted to start a channel, but I'm too busy doing. I'm too busy doing the thing. Professional loggers, they say, yeah, I see you cutting. There's things I would do different. And I say, well, you should start a channel. No, I'm too busy doing. The experts are the ones you really never hear from, I think. The people I've learned the most from. People that will take me to the side at a convention, they'll see me and there'll be someone that's been logging for 50 years. And they'll say, yeah, my grandson said that you got a channel here and I watch a couple times. Interesting. He said, I used to do some of that stuff too, and then I did this and I moved to that. They're doing it on a much bigger scale than me, but they're too busy doing the thing to teach it or talk about it. But they have more knowledge than I do. Or maybe they might not want to do it, or they might not like to do it. But those are the people that know the most. The people you never hear from. I'm a big outdoorsman. I like to hunt and fish, things like that. And the people that are the best are not the ones you see on TV generally. There might be some of the best ones that you're going to see on TV or the outdoor shows and things like that. But the best, the people that are the most lethal at what they do, you don't know about. You've never heard of them. Because they don't want to be heard. They don't want to be seen. They're the best at what they do because that's all they do. And they focus on it. So 2 things I want to finish with. Number 1, if you want to go in that direction, start now. Starting is everything. Starting is what matters for all accomplishment. So many people are afraid, like I said earlier, to pull the trigger. Start now. The second thing, don't stop. The most successful people don't stop. They have endurance. They have fortitude. They have willpower. They have ethics of work, of getting things done. And that's what you need to have. It's a lot like investing. They know that if they put in the effort, they're going to get paid down the road. It's like investing in that You invest money, small amounts, consistently, and just keep going. And eventually that starts to add up to more. And then you get the time, and you get the compounding interest, and you get rewards in the end. Because small efforts done over a long period of time on a regular basis are what it takes to accomplish big things. A lot of people think, oh, you know, we'll pick a athlete. This is one most people know who he is, Michael Jordan. He didn't get to be as good as he was by just showing up on game time and then wanting the ball. No, he practiced, he studied, practiced, worked out, practiced, worked out, studied, worked year-round on his physical being so that he could be the best he could be. Exercise, nutrition, diet, studying, watching all the other players, watching the moves, practicing the moves. It was an obsession to him. And the people that are at the top of their game, pretty much in every industry, are obsessed. And if that's okay with you, it's probably what's going to take. You almost have to be obsessed. You've got to put more effort in than the average person, way more. You've got to put more time in, more effort in, probably invest more money into it, willing to take chances they won't take. That's what it takes to be a doer. That's all I got for today, folks. If you like this, I've got thousands of videos all about firewood and business and things like that on my channel. You can check them out right now. There's also a new video every morning, 5:30 a.m. Good night, everybody.